Sir, during our recent, you might have observed, like India as a country, as a nation, do you think how it was prepared to handle all this COVID situation? So we came across, people were, dying because of not having oxygen. I personally never seen before. Okay, so what is your take on this? Like, do you think India as a country is prepared or not prepared, or what is the reasons for not having enough oxygen? Any other situations globally affected, and how well we can prepare in future? Maybe you can give few suggestions in keeping India as a nation, and also more specifically to Andhra and Telangana.
The answer to that, like for example, I'll tell you. See, oxygen. Remember, I gave you pathogenesis, how this hurts the lungs, and then when you're not able to breathe, we got to push oxygen. Yeah, we got to push oxygen, and then the problem that came in. If you look at the New York, Jyoti, what happened in 2020 March, April, May, June, a tremendous number of deaths, both in Italy as well as in New York. Okay, we all know that. People died left and right. There's not even a space left to bury these people. Okay, what happened here, in my opinion, when the people went in, the medical people were not fully aware of this. Okay, they were not prepared for this. How they were controlling the oxygen, the amount of oxygen pumped in, and everything might have created some problem too. I don't know. Okay, what the story is. But people always blamed it. No more people are coming in. I don't have oxygen. ICU is full and all that. Okay. What has happened to it? But again, it came suddenly. That's why it is this kind of problem. Now, another issue too. Another issue, I can bring it up right now. People can disagree with me or agree with me. I don't. My opinion. Yeah, it's my opinion. Like an Indian household, for example, you ask about India. Okay, let's say a guy has money. We have different sectors. People have tons of money. There's a beggar out there, and there is a middle class people who cannot afford and all that. Now, the guy with little money or something like that, or anybody in a household, the guy gets a cough, a little bit cold, little temperature. We don't know why. Immediately, his own family is telling him, "Hey, go to the hospital. Go check it out right now. Okay, we don't want you in the house because the kids are here." Okay, they're driving this guy to the hospital. We go to the hospital, and they take his swab and everything. Okay. RT-PCR test, they run it on him, okay? And then a lot of times it comes positive, okay? Then they say, "My God, you have an option here, boy. You are COVID positive. You're going to be a dead bird pretty soon. What do you want me to do?" Okay, then you will say, "Okay, well, do something because my wife kicked me out of the house because I came to the hospital." Okay, all right, here is a bed here. It's going to cost you money, but you will live, okay? So then they poke in some injection on him, and all right. 3 days later, he's fine. He comes home. Okay. Now, question here is, did he need all this? Okay. He was okay. He was breathing normal and everything, but they kept him in the bed for a while, and then it depends on his financial situation. Depends on his, how now he's scared. He's sitting in the hospital. He don't know when he's going to die. Okay. I mean, he's sent there, and they will poke oxygen on him and all that. All on and on and on. And then people forgot there's a secondary infection. You go to the hospital, it's full of viruses, okay? At least your house has less. They have more coronavirus there. And then they stay there and everything, and then ultimately he dies. Okay, now he didn't have to go there to start out. Just only give those beds to people who need it, who are under distress, not too far to go for simple things. You see what I mean? This is my point. If you manage it right, you're an IT specialist, Jyoti. You understand that. You manage it right. I have this many population. This is what I am having. And do you have the real symptom or what have you? That is what it is. A lot of people died who went to hospital. Okay? If you take the statistics, I've been asking everybody, give me the statistics. How many people died in the hospitals? How many people died at the home? Okay? Now, we don't know the answer yet. That's why. Is India ready? India is not ready for all that because a lot of cases, they may not need the ventilators. Okay? Oh, they're there. Okay, this is why my friend in India, he came along with me on TV. He even told, okay, Rajendra, okay, Rajendra Kadiala, is my good friend. He's a dentist, and him and I gave a lot of webinars. He came and told people, don't get panicky, guys. If you get a high temperature, take some aspirin or something. If you have cough syrup. You don't have to run for checking. Okay, 2 years before, when you didn't have COVID, when you have a cough and cold, did you run to the hospital for everything? We didn't. Now, too much testing, and the virus is going to be positive. It's everywhere. Okay, it's in your nose and throat and everything, because your mask is not holding unless you have N95, which is you can't wear every day, all nights and everything. So when you breathe it, and I told you the dimension of that, it is 20 to 100 nanometers, so tiny. It is about 1,000 times smaller than a small dust particle, which you can't even see. So when you poke it in, yes, if it is there, it come positive. I hope I answered your question.
Yep.
And another thing too, another problem, I want to bring it up. When they use these ventilators, you heard of this now, mucormycosis, black mold, yellow mold, white mold, and these are killing people again. Okay, why are these molds coming? What happened here? They're there to start up. When you give oxygen, if you don't sterilize the equipment properly, a lot of oxygen and less carbon dioxide coming out. Molds, they like oxygen. When you give a lot of oxygen and you give a cortisone injections, your blood sugar goes up. When your blood sugar goes up, when oxygen is more, these molds will come on. Molds are growing, they're killing people again. Okay, now you went for a COVID, now you treated COVID, now you have another problem that's going to kill you. Okay, so this is a transition, and then where you have to understand how to stop this virus. I hope I answered your question.
Yes.
It's a wide subject, Jyoti.
Yes, sir.